Okay, what we have here is our attempt at Mythbusters. There's a video on YouTube showing that if you cut bottles like this and have air going through them, they will actually cool the air down. So what we've done is we've stuck a whole bunch of bottles, cut the back end off of them, and we've put them facing into this cooler here. And we've got a ventilation fan hooked up to this cooler, and that's going to turn on, and we're going to close the lid completely and seal it. Now we've got an inside-outside thermometer over here, and as you can see, the inside and the outside are showing pretty much the same temperature. The outside is the number on top, 31.6. The number down below is the inside, that's 31.7. I'm going to take the outside monitor right now, put it inside the box here, and then we're going to close this lid, and we're going to seal it with tape and turn on the fan, and then we're going to check and see after a little bit what the temperature is inside the box, because that fan right there is going to suck the air through these little bottle holes, little bottles, through the small opening, and you can see we've got them on the back over here as well. So there's 3, 2, and another 3, and that's how we're going to test this thing. Okay, we got the box all sealed up. We got the one side, the one temperature gauge inside, the other temperature gauge outside. As you can see, they're still showing pretty much the same temperature inside and out, 31.6 and 31.7. And so, okay, go ahead and flip it on. Okay, so now we're getting good exhaust air coming out over here. And that means that air's got to be, yeah, I can feel air blowing past me. In fact, there's some styrofoam right in there that you can see it shaking around because it's wanting to go through there. So we'll give it some time and we'll see what happens after some time has passed. Okay, so it's been about 40 minutes or so, and this has been going for about that long. So let's take a look at the temperature. Well, there is no change in temperature, nothing significant at all. They're both saying 31.5 degrees inside and out. So now it's time to change tactics. One of my thoughts was that this may not work because we're not blowing air in, we're only sucking air in. So let's try turning on a fan, blowing from over here, right here, across these bottles and those bottles there, and see if that changes anything. So let's set up the fan. Okay, we now have turned the fan on. The fan is right over here, blowing directly across these bottles and the ones on the back of the container. And just to give you, I've got the fan turned on to 3, so just to give you an idea of how strongly it's blowing, if I put this here, it's going to blow away. Let me do that again. Move that back here. Put this right here. Yeah, that just blows away. So that fan is blowing pretty hard there. So we'll see how that works. Okay. The fan's been going now for about 40 minutes. We've got this exhaust fan going over here, sucking air out of the container. And over here, you can see the fan blowing into the container, blowing over these bottles here. And with all of that, we still have the exact same temperature as before. You can see it's 31.6 versus 31.8. Okay. Yeah, there's no big difference here in temperature. So that's not working. One last thing we can try is blowing the fan directly into some of these bottles. So we'll give that a shot. Okay, I have now plugged up the holes where bottles were on this side and on the back. You can see that's where the bottles used to be. I have that all plugged up. Okay, and I've put 5 bottles here on this side here, and I've got a fan blowing directly into them. Absolutely directly into those bottles. And then I still have this sucking air out. So we'll see what the temperature is. Right now the temperature inside has, okay, the top temperature is the one that's inside this cooler, and it's 31.8. The temperature in this room is 32, so it's actually done in this room, because I was close to that thermometer. I'm not sure. But we'll see. We'll see what happens after a while. Okay, it's been about half an hour since we set it up this way. And if you take a look at our temperature over here, the top one still being what is, it says out, but that's the little gauge that's actually inside the box. And that's now at 32.1, so it's gone up. And the 38.1 is this gauge right here. And so it's a little bit cooler outside the box than inside the box. So we can call this thing pretty conclusively busticated. I think it's just a myth. Yep, so there you have it. Those things just do not work.